Hello, this is Winston Van, and I'm an HKAPP student. What is critical thinking? A simple and basic definition of critical thinking is the ability to analyze facts in order to form a judgment or render an opinion on a subject matter. Even though this may sound easy enough, the process can be very involved, and there are many factors which may hinder critical thinking. For example, a well-known Confucian tenet is to show our respect for our elders and teachers. In Hong Kong, we've been taught to take what they tell us at face value and never to question them, even though they may be incorrect or outdated in their understanding of the matter. We're also famous for our rote learning methods, or more colloquially, stuffing the duck style of educating our youth. The most important aim for students is to be able to regurgitate copious amounts of learning material to get the highest grades possible. Whether the material is fully understood or not is of secondary importance, as it has little bearing on the outcome of the exams. Hindrances aside, my model for critical thinking comprises of three main considerations. I shall share them with you below and cite some examples to illuminate them further. To think critically, we should, number one, gather the facts as comprehensively as possible. Fact gathering is an integral part of critical thinking, as they form the basis upon which judgment is made and a theory proven or negated. Much like a CSI tech, we should be thorough and all-encompassing when it comes to collecting information, data, or evidence. In the last few years, the term fake news has been used extensively in the popular press, as politicians in positions of power sought to deflect any unfavorable reporting on them. Fake or real, if we collected all the facts available, it would help us distinguish the lies from the truths. And demonstrably, enough critical thinking voters can cause a change in administrations. Number two, analyze the findings by identifying and comparing conflicting information. Now, information collection should also be done broadly and from different sources. Diverse views and material are essential fodder for critical thinking. The more seemingly preposterous or contradictory the opinions, the better, as we could examine the broadest spectrum of possibilities in our critical thinking. One such example is the enactment of the national security law. The pro-establishment camp would argue in its favor, saying it is necessary to restore law and order in Hong Kong and ensure patriots run it free from interference by foreign powers. The opposition, whose voices have become increasingly muted due to the current political climate, would cite instances of the dissolution of the Professional Teachers Union and the relocation of organizations like the Amnesty International as a sad chapter in Hong Kong's history and its international reputation of diversity and tolerance. The long-term impact of the legislation on Hong Kong still hangs in the balance as we ponder arguments from all sides. Number three, keep an open mind and avoid being emotional or biased. We are all emotional beings and are prone to behaving in ways dictated by misguided or illogical preconceptions. Taking a step back and re-examining all the facts before deciding on a course of action is a key step in critical thinking. There are some of us who harbor immense distrust for the SAR government and refuse to get vaccinated, even though medical evidence has proven that the jabs would, in the minimum, lessen symptoms of COVID and lower mortality rates associated with the virus, thereby preventing a potential strain on the public health system. Now, unless one has medical preconditions, getting vaccinated is a logical and moral thing to do. If we could all abandon our indiscriminate antagonism and bias towards the government and act responsibly, we could plausibly return to pre-COVID happy days sooner. There are times when we cannot arrive at a conclusive judgment, even after much critical thought. Going through the exercise itself makes us more educated about the issue and will at least prevent us from making any decisions too quickly, as we recognize more time or information is needed to arrive at an appropriate verdict. Also, the current academic curriculum can be adapted to include critical thinking, even though it may also present a new set of challenges for teachers to plant a seed of doubt in the minds of our youth rather than the absolute compliance that is commonly expected of them. However, I believe we would all benefit if we were to make the effort here and now. Thank you for watching.